Hello. Hello everyone. And welcome back to the great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So yesterday we finally established that our client, Mr. McGill... I forgot his name again. Might not be the culprit. So we're on our way to get this not guilty verdict. Oh, let the proceedings be resumed. Mr. McGilded. Have you been listening to the discourse of the day? To be sure I have, my lord. Oh, there are now two matters on which the court desires to hear from you. The first is whether or not there was a third party with you in the omnibus cabin, as proposed by the defense. The second is that if such a person was indeed present, why did you conceal that fact from the police? Oh my god, no! It is not my nature to hide anything at all. Just answer the questions, please. The truth of the matter is, I've been desperate about this all along. Do I tell you all, or keep my mouth shut? Tell us what, Mr. McGilded. The fine fellow representing me is absolutely right. In the carriage in the night with myself and the other man, there was another passenger. It's true? Aye, it was me who helped the little urchin get away after it all happened. What? You what? You what? No, Magnus McGilded. That convenient excuse can't save you now. I'm truly sorry. So I am, Lord Van Zeeks. I shall be wanting to know why I said nothing when I was taken by the police. I do be having a very good reason, I assure you. Which was? Well, the little child was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And not in any way involved, you say. What? What? Oh? What? If the police had known the wee one was there, they'd have assumed she'd done it. They'd have hauled her into this here courtroom, just like myself. Just only trying to spare her that. Young hearts and young minds are easily damaged, my lord. And who was the young child of whom you speak? Oh, that I don't know. You don't know? Well, the wee thing just happened to be in the carriage that night. Never saw her before or since. Objection! We have absolutely no reason to believe this man. The prosecution calls for the witness's statement to be disregarded by the court. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the urchin isn't here in this courtroom as we speak, listening to the proceeding. What? 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 What's going on? Exactly, what's going on? Oh, be careful, Naruto-san. Cover your face. Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus. I hereby call an emergency recess. Obey the bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody, and clear the courtroom. What's going on? God damn it. We are hurriedly removed from the smoke-filled courtroom by the bailiff. Amid scenes of chaos as people stumble over one another in their desperation to flee the chamber. We had no idea what was happening. All we knew was that, for the time being at least, the trial was suspended. What was that? Damn, if I had known, I would have played that yesterday night. "18th of February, 12:52 p.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber." What on earth's just happening there? Naruto-san, I've managed to find out what happened. Really? Sato-san, I was told it was an advanced form of smoke grenade, a type of exploding device that releases smoke. A smoke grenade? It sounds like the sort of things ninjas use. Oh, they're just making sure everything is safe now. I think the trial will start again before long. But who would have done something like that? The police managed to catch someone who was trying to flee the courtroom, apparently. Flee the courtroom? Why? Well, it's a young girl of around 15, I hear. A young girl? Then could it be the other passenger that Mr. McGill was just talking about? Oh, I thought so exactly. So he wasn't lying. Oh, but what's become of Mr. McGill actually? There are so many things I need to ask him about, but he's not here. Oh, I think he was summoned to the prosecutor's antechamber to answer questions. Wait, without us? Along with the young girl. Who is she? I wonder. And what was she even doing here at the trial? She was taking a huge risk, and for what possible benefit to herself? I think she wanted to help McGill. Oh, there's another matter that's troubling me. What's that? The 20 pence. Huh? Oh, what? According to the coachman, Mr. Beppo, he took 4 passengers that night at a fare of 5 pence each. That comes to a total of 20 pence exactly. But now it seems there were in fact 5 passengers. Oh, which means the figures don't seem to add up again. She's right. That is strange. Counsel for the defense, kindly proceed to the courtroom. Okay. The trial will recommence in 5 minutes. Oh, thank you, officer. We're going straight away. Well, whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be asked to take the stand and testify now. I really can't imagine what she's going to say, but it could alter the whole direction of the trial. Oh, we knew soon enough. Sato-san. Yes. Wait, I gotta check something. Wait, I need to... I need to report something. Spam. All right. 18th of February, 1 p.m. The Old Bailey courtroom. That's the girl. Here's the young girl next to Mr. McGilted. Look. She must have been the one who caused the disturbance before. I like her hat.
Well, after that rather eventful recess, the court would now resume the trial of Mr. Magnus McGilded. Now then, Lord Van Zeeks.
My lord.
I believe you have established the cause of the smoke which revealed proceedings earlier.
It seems to have been an advanced form of smoke grenade of the sort typically employed by the army.
Good gracious, the army? What in the devil's name?
It was an elaborate attempt by a young girl to cloak her escape from the public gallery, but she was caught. And now occupies the stand.
Oh, your name, girl? Are you responsible for a smoke grenade which induced such pandemonium here in my courtroom?
Pandemonium? Really?
What is the meaning of this deplorable behavior?
Oh, just... if I may, my lord?
Yes, Mr. McGilded.
I think perhaps I ought to explain here why it is that this wheel ass was here in the first place, and why she tried to bolt like that. It is all tied up with the events of last night, so it is.
Very well, Mr. McGilded. Give your testimony. You will explain to the court exactly how this young woman is involved in the case.
Or just what did happen that night. It's not like a defense lawyer needs that information or anything. Witness testimony. The young girl. On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. Then begorra! A loud thud and a wee scream woke me up with a fair start. There was a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I sat him up on the seat across from me. Then I turned to find out where that scream had come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away.
I remain somewhat baffled, I confess. But from what I gather on the night in question, this young girl was indeed riding in the omnibus. Is that correct?
It is exactly as the defense counsel said. This last was the fifth passenger, my lord. My lord.
Very well. The defense may now cross-examine the witnesses.
Are you ready, Counsel? Yes, my lord. Or rather, no. I have no idea where to start. How come the prosecution was able to talk to them? Not us. On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. And when you first got into the omnibus, were there any other passengers already on board? There were not. The cabin was empty, and there was no one on the roof deck either. You were the first passenger, as it were. I see. Aye. That's why I took the backside as I did. Just the most comfortable, so it is. Could you explain exactly what you mean by the back seat? By all means. This is how you already described it earlier. I'm talking about the seat opposite the one in which the poor gentleman who was stabbed was sitting. Like I said, it is the most comfortable and where I feel most at ease. And of course, I enjoy gazing through the skylight from time to time as well. Then, begorra, a loud bear and a wee scream woke me up with a fair start. A loud bear, you say? And a scream? Aye, that's right. How can I explain it? It was like the sound of someone falling to the ground. That sort of noise. So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor, having been stabbed? Well now, you'll remember I was asleep at the time, so I wouldn't like to say. And when the sun woke me, and I opened my eyes, there wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage, but the fella on the floor. You didn't see anyone? At the same moment, you did hear a scream? Oh, from the seats above you on the roof deck, I presume? Ah, not above me, no, my lord. It was from inside the cabin. But I wasn't altogether thinking about the scream. No, I was to stand by the desperate sight before my eyes. There was a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I sat him up on the seat across from me. You sat him up? The victim, you mean? That I did. On the seat across from me. As I said, I could plainly see the poor devil was already gone. And you wouldn't leave a dead man just lying on the floor now, would you? This common courtesy, so it is. I find that a little hard to believe. Lord Van Six! Now what would that be? You wake to find a man lying dead at your feet in a carriage. Any normal person would hail the cabman. Any upstanding member of London society, that is. Well now, as you know, I'm in something of a special line of business. The business of lending money at exorbitant rates of interest. Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone is thankful for the help I offered them, and some would even see me dead. So I do try, whereas all possible, to avoid getting myself in a tangle with trouble. Are you suggesting you were just going to leave the man there? Heavens alive, no! I was always intending to report it. So I was.
Only I had a mind to find out the whys and wherefores first. The whys and wherefores? Right you are. There were some details I wanted to understand before anyone else got to meddling. That wee scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't your good self do just the same? Yes. The scream he says he heard at the same time as the third and the victim's collapsing. Or the victim collapsing. Then I turned to find out where that scream had come from. And bless my soul, what did I find? I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sure I told the court that there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim. So I did, sir. So I did. As far as I could see, that is. What do you mean by that? Well now, this is a queer thing. The wee scream I heard as I woke up. It came from, if you'll excuse the vulgar expression, under me backside.
Good gracious.
Under your backside? And when I lifted the seat on which I'd been sitting, I found there was a wee cubby hole there for storage.
Naruto-san, we can examine the omnibus ourselves, remember?
Yes, of course. The whole bus was submitted as evidence. But we already saw that. Oh, this would be a very good time to have a thorough look around inside. And that's when I found her. There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding herself away. You said she was hiding herself? Aye, that's right. It was hard to see in the dim lamplight, but she was all curled up in a wee ball. When our eyes met, well... me heart nearly stopped beating in my chest.
You're really overacting this.
Still and all, I pulled her out from under there and sat her on the seat opposite so I could have it wee chinwag with her. The seat opposite? That's right, just next to the dead gentleman there. Ugh.
You sat this young girl next to a corpse, sir?
Well, as I'm sure I mentioned, a gentleman in position can all too often find himself in mortal danger. So, I needed to find out just who this urchin was, you see? And while I was in the middle of talking with her, I heard another scream. A fellow's voice this time. Presumably that scream was Mr. First. Was sitting on the roof deck, that's on the roof deck seat. Right you are again, I would say, sir. Looking down through the skylight, he must have seen this young girl, and the gentleman with the knife in his belly.
In other words, the previous witnesses did not, in fact, see you at all, Mr. McKidded. What they believed you to be yourself and the victim was in fact this girl and the late Mr. Mason.
Aye, my lord. I was, as I think everyone understands now, sat at the back of the carriage out of sight.
It is certainly plausible. The defendant is somewhat diminutive in stature, and readily confused, perhaps, with this young girl.
After that, of course, With that scream from the gentleman above us, the driver realized something went wrong and pulled up the horses.
Thank you. I've heard enough. The events as explained are clear in my mind. However, at least what conundrum remains. Who is the girl?
Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer, earns a crest among large crowds, relieving people of their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket.
What? This girl here, a petty thief. I'm losing my hair. Order! Order! If this is true, Mr. Strad?
She's not very talkative.
Mr. Strad, you will answer the question.
She's got a gun?
Oh! How dare you? What is the meaning of this? Huh? Oh! The girl, she's gone.
Open your eyes. I'm over here. I'm over here.
Oh, good gracious, how?
What was the point in that little sidestep? I know what you latter's thinking. Grown-ups are all the same. This there little dipper, you say, slipped up and got caught on the job. Oh my god. What's her life her voice gonna be? She's got herself backed in the corner, so she knifed the gent. Go on, that's what's in your heads, ain't it? That's what's in your heads. What's in your heads, ain't it? No, not at all. This is a court of law. We're here to determine the truth, not Look, knives are for codes. Only thugs use weapons like that. All I need for what I do is these fingers. I'm a professional, alright? Maybe not in your eyes, but I got pride in what I do. Let me guess, you don't count smoke guns among weapons for thugs. All this? Yeah, this was the bag I lifted the other day. Down where they keep the wheel drags. It's just nice, ain't it? I like the pink best.
Oh, do not wave that thing in my direction again.
So, you admit that you were riding the omnibus on the night in question? These are alright, lass. You can tell them the truth now. Alright, yeah. It's just like the Irishman said. He's Irish.
Oh, the court accepts this girl, Miss Gina Lestrade, as a valid and significant witness in this case. Accordingly, young lady, we will now hear your testimony, if you please. You will tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibus on the night in question.
Alright, if I have to. What the girl saw? So, I snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses. The horses just look like always. But I was right. But that was the right old waste of time. But it was a right way old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me trouble that night. I tell ya, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. Then, after a while, I yelled this loud bang. Nearly jumped out of my skin. I did. And the scream just came out. It's because of that. It's because of that this swell found me. It helped me get away, mind. It helped me get away, mind. Oh dear. Kinda hard to pronounce all that. Yes, he let you go.
I fail to understand why you would let this street urchin go, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, it is simply to see itself, my lord. You see, she couldn't possibly have killed the other passenger. I knew that for a fact. How? As I'm sure I said before, sir. I was sitting on top of the place where she was hiding herself. I think a demonstration is called for. This is where I was sat that night, and the cubby hole of which you have spoken is underneath. Oh,
And the cubby hole of which you have spoken is underneath this seat, I presume. Yes, it does appear large enough to accommodate someone of the girl's stature.
aye, but of course the wheelhouse was stuck in there. Because I'd parked myself on the seat for the duration.
Oh,
So you see, that's why I let the last bolt. I knew that if the police found her there, they'd automatically assume she'd done it. But I couldn't believe myself if a young life was ruined when all the time I knew she was innocent.
oh, even though you must have realized your action would result in your own innocence being called into question.
Not at all, my lord. Not at all. I knew in my own heart that I was innocent. So I thought it was worth taking a punt on my own good name for the sake of this less fortunate lass. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what a perfect gentleman.
Oh, my lord. This fine example of a man can't possibly be guilty for a heinous crime like this. I'm ashamed of myself for ever doubting you, sir.
Oh, really? Wow. With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Wow. God damn it. This is going to be easier than I thought.
Oh, sense alive. All 6 members of the jury consensual in their leaning to a verdict of not guilty.
Oh, Naruto-san. This... well, it must mean... what? It must mean what? That we are victorious. We've won? Are you sure?
Objection!
Wait, what?
In the sight of my iron-heeled Wellington offense, pray do forgive the discourtesy. This really is a consummate example of the one monumental flaw in British judicial practices. Where evidence and reasoning should be paramount, emotion rules the day. Emotion? The witness's latest statement gives us a clear insight into his true nature. What do you mean, his true nature? Do you really think Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission? After the incident, the omnibus was comprehensively searched by our officer or the police. Obviously, the entire of this cubby hole, as the witness put it, was included in the investigation. The compartment under the posterior seat was full of the coachman's belongings. It's noted in black and white here in the police report.
Oh, good lord.
The evidence has been tampered with. In order to corroborate Mr. McGildy's story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from under the seat. Yeah, I know, I saw that was there before. What?
Order, order! How could such a devious contrivance possibly have been effected, Counsel?
Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiencies of the constabulary in allowing this to have happened. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning, the compartment under the seat was not empty. Well, my Nipponese friend.
Me?
When the carriage was submitted as evidence, doubtless you examined it in fine detail, as would any such respecting practitioner of the law. Pray, what did you find the condition of the under-seat compartment to be? Oh, to be sure, the young gentleman would be able to clear this up in a jiffy. Sorry, what? Go ahead. Tell the court, you know. Tell the court now, fella. How this is an elaborate excuse by the desperate Lord Van Zeeks.
Well, Counsel, do you have something to say on this matter?
What if we look at it now? What does it do? Is it empty? It should be empty. Well, it does open the door and goes down. Yeah, that's never matter. Okay, they actually are the hall. Okay, come on now. Moon and kimono would have some problem. Moon clothes are very particular on day. Wait, what? I find anything out of place. The seat has a handle, it seems. Oh, it's empty now. Wait, I don't remember seeing that. That's blood, isn't it? Oh, is something wrong? Oh, it's just, well, this blood stain is so obvious, that's all. And yet Van Zeeks has made no mention of it. Oh, I suppose that does seem a little strange. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? Okay, I did see something I didn't see before. Oh, how am I supposed to answer? How am I supposed to answer? What can I say about the state of that little compartment of the seat in the omnibus? It was empty. It wasn't empty. No, we're not gonna lie, god damn it. I really don't know if giving this answer is helping my cause as counsel for the defense, as far as I remember, at least. When I first examined the compartment, I'm fairly certain there were a number of articles inside it, yes.
Oh, are you sure, Counsel?
Ara, bewitched? What are you saying now, you daft owl? I thought you were on my side. Here.
What game are you playing? Your task is to defend the man in the stand. Why would you say something to compromise his position?
As the advocate for the defense in this trial, I confess I'm still not entirely sure where I stand. But it seems to me that I should state what facts I do know as clearly and honestly as possible.
Interesting.
Oh, 'tis not altogether pleasing, fella.
I'm simply telling the truth, Mr. McGilded.
Well, don't forget that you're supposed to be representing me by my best interest here, lad. Now then. A fellow's memory is a curious thing, and not altogether reliable. And no, the court must consider the facts. That the cubbyhole under the seat is as empty as a devil's heart. So it is. Do you think perhaps it would be in your best interest now to admit that you might have been mistaken? What? Why? Why do I feel like something's not right here?
I should like to try to weigh in on this matter, I think. That compartment is designed to house equipment used to maintain the smooth running of the carriage. The guild's rules state that omnibuses should be properly and fully equipped at all time. So it certainly wouldn't have been empty on the night in question. Beppo isn't that irresponsible. That Marley Landing freezer and the Big Paras are lying.
Oh dear. Ah! I can't believe I was nearly taken in. The sticking rich are always thinkers. Nothing but cowards, a lot of them.
What? Oh no!
It's a trick, of course. It's a trick.
Oh, god damn it.
Quite so. I must concur here. What? No! Madam!
What's going on?
With calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time.
Ah, yes, but every time is a different truth, it seems. My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. Clearly, a verdict of not guilty at this time would be wholly inappropriate. Thank you, Counsel. Thank you, Counsel, sorry. But before we proceed any further, there's the matter of the outstanding cross-examination. Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please.
Yes, my lord. What just happened? The whole balance of the trial just shifted almost beyond recognition. The Reaper of the Bailey is at work, it would seem. So I snuck into the garage before they hooked up their horses, like just like always. So you were already in the omnibus before it even set off on its run. Before it even set off on its run. Well, yeah. I mean, what's the point of spending a joy to make a fuck Bobby? That's a rum idea, isn't it? I suppose it means there's no point spending money to make money. It actually makes sense. Well, yeah, well.
Counsel, may I remind you that this girl is a petty thief? Kindly refrain from entertaining her tinets.
Well, that does clear the little mystery of the fares and all. 4 paying passengers at 5 pence apiece, making the 22 which the cabman justified. And 1 little scapegrace riding for free. The red gang of a drivers always goes for some grub before he starts run tea. So that's when I slip into the carriage and get myself hidden under the seat. Nice and easy, right? But your hiding place is a storage compartment full of equipment for the coach. No? Oh, she has nothing to say. Yeah, there's brushes and buckets and water in there, sir. I always check all that out and cram it in the corner somewhere. No one ever seems to bother much. And yet, according to the report filed by the police officer who first arrived at the scene, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia. Well, I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you.
As soon as we reach the end of the line of inquiry, continue.
It was a right old waste of time. It was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me trouble last night. At night.
A waste of time? Why that?
Well, most nights I'm on my own in the God permit. At least some of the time.
Oh, I beg your pardon? Did you say got permits?
Yeah. Well, that's what me kind got it. Oh, my God damn it. Very hard to make a weird voice. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what my con got it. You'd say the omnibus, I suppose. The point is, in any normal run, the carriage ain't got no one in it for a while. And that's when you come out of your hiding place and you get away. And that's when you come out of your hiding place and get away. That's it. Only that night. This cove was sat on me seat from the start. And he didn't bust the whole way, did he? Not one inch. He was totally stuck.
Do you mean to tell us that you were present in the carriage for the duration? You were under the seat the entire time while events unfolded in the enclosed cabin?
Yeah, right, mister? Ah, to be sure, to be sure. I was shocked as anyone. You don't expect to leave the casino you've been sat on and find a shine night, do you? Do you? So Mr. Strahd couldn't possibly be the culprit then. I'll tell ya. You can see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. So you couldn't see out in the cabin at all? Not a jot. Not a jot. Most days I push the cushion up with me head and look out the crack. Then I can have butchers at who I'm gonna fiddle. Oh, I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher. Oh, I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher. I mean, can I have a look? The seat I get in there ain't as plush as the other ones, eh? So most of the time, the passenger content turns opposites. But for some reason that night, this here Irishman spent the whole journey right over my head. And for that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out, I see. Truth is, I ain't too happy with small dark place. I ain't too happy in small dark places. Too much like being thrown in the clink. But it's the only place to hide in them carriage. So it's substance choice? Options? Why doesn't she just stick to picking people's pocket in the open then? I'd say there's some reason that she's not letting on, judging from her demeanor. So anyway, I was a bit scared, but I'd just stick it out. And they're there, nothing else for it. Then after a while, I heard this loud bang, nearly jumped out my skin. I did. And the scream just came out. When you say loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor? It could have been a suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, made me jump. And you let out a scream, involuntarily. That's right. Then I felt the cushion over my head get lighter all of a sudden. Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim, yes. Or not. Could equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stab his victim, could it not?
Well, girl, did you see what happened at the crucial moment?
Yeah, I saw it. Eh? I pushed up the cushion and had a quick butchers while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting at the bloke who had fallen on the floor in the seat opposite.
Oh, that matches Mr. McGilly's account, of course.
But then, the fella suddenly turned around and looked at me, right at me. I sank back down again, but it was too late by then. I should never have risked looking. It's because of that this well found me. It did help me get away behind. It did help me get away mind. Oh, so hard. And when Mr. McGildy discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place. I was scared stiff I was. He dragged me out and sat me down on the seat and all. Next to the victim, Mr. Mason? Yeah, the bloke had a knife in his guts and was still bleeding. And the carriage rushed a bit, and he ended up falling into me. Oh, how awful. Oh, how awful. Oh, I see what's happened now. McGilded was sleeping. The other guy wanted to kill him. He tripped on his own knife. And then that's when everything just happened. Ah. But me hand got covered in blood. Made me feel sick as a dog. Both her hands covered in blood? That must be what the rooftop passengers saw. Wait, what's the name of of the deceased. Mason. Of course. The knife. It's a name for Mason, not for McGilded. Anyway, I mean, if it was McGilded, it would be MJ. Okay, now I'm pretty sure about what happened. After that, I believe you talked with Mr. McGilded for a while. Is that correct? He asked me for some stuff. Wanted to know my name and what I was up to and that. Then I had something from above. Someone screamed.
Oh yes, Mr. First on the roof deck, one would presume.
Well, I didn't want no one seeing my face, so I didn't look up. Then the horses went down in a smartish, and this is where Irishman said to me, "Get back into the seats. I'll see that you can get away later."
Oh, 6 members of the sheriff decided the defendant was innocent.
For one brief shining moment, yeah.
Oh, it's clear that they are all still very unsure. If you could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony, I'm sure we would clinch the verdict we want.
Yeah. Yes, I think you're right.
And I have this niggling feeling. Something's bothering me, but I just can't quite put my finger on it.
Okay, what do we have? I don't know. Must be the carriage, the thing. I don't know. she didn't take the knife. That's the thing. Oh, okay, I'm gonna present the knife.
Objection.
Let's just consider the implications of this statement for a moment, shall we? Oh no, it's wrong.
What implication, Counselor? Nothing strikes me about it.
Exactly. There's nothing striking about it.
Oh, what does strike me is your responsibility for the inane, however. Oh no!
Oh, I need to clear my head and come at this again from a different angle. Oh dear. Let's take it to the carriage before they looked up the horses.
Hold it.
So you were already in the bus. Yeah, well. I don't know.
Hold it.
Well, most nights I'm on my own, and they got permit at least one of some of the time. I beg your pardon, you say got permits? Oh yeah, well that's what my can't call it. You'd say the omnibus, I suppose. What is? Ain't no one around the carriage and got no one in for a while. And that's when you come out of your hiding place and get away. That's it, only that night. This cove was set on me, see from this. This cove was set on me this cove was set on me seat from the start. And it didn't burst the whole way today. Not 1 inch. Was steady stuck. It tells you what presence in the carriage for the duration. Under the seat the entire time while events unfolded in the enclosed cabin. Yeah, right, mister. Be sure to be sure. I was as shocked as anyone. You don't expect to leave the cushion you've been sat on to find a child now, do you? So Miss Strahd couldn't possibly be the culprit then. Wait, what did you say? Is this... This portfolio must contain all sorts of secrets of London's gentry. Oh dear, do you really think we ought to look inside? Well, it's not as though we know any of London's gentry personally, is it? Apart from our good detective friends, perhaps. Oh, actually, I wonder. I'm sure we'll not find Mr. Charleston inside. Well, let's see what we find. Gosh, it's come full of gentlemen's lane, isn't it? Well, I suppose they're probably not all gentlemen at all, are they? After all, not everyone in this country is well off. A non-glitter M. Undeniably Mr. Magnus McGildy's initials. And it's beautiful, beautifully gilded too. Must be very valuable, I should think. Ah! What is it? Look at this M. If you turn it upside down, it becomes a W. This could change everything. W? Yes. It's one of those, you know, turnabout cases, I'm sure of it. I'm afraid I don't know at all. But what I'm sure of is that this is an M. Oh well. That idea was quickly quashed. Couldn't find anything out of place. Part of the sheath, isn't it? Yeah, I know what is on that. Yes, it's just a real place. Okay. Blood, okay, it's blood. There really is nothing else.
Hold it!
So you couldn't see out in the cabin at all. Not a jot must I was a question up with my head and looked at the crack. And I can have a butcher's at who I'm gonna fiddle. Can have a butcher's at who I'm gonna fiddle. Oh, I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher. I mean, I can have a look. The seat I get in there ain't as plush as the other ones, eh? So most of the time, passengers plant themselves opposite. But for some reason that night, this Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head. Right over me head. For that reason you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out, I see. Truth is, I am too happy in small dark places feels too much like I'm being...
Well, no.
Oh, what? What's that, mister? Is something wrong, Mr. McGilded? Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Counsel? I'm just wondering if Mr. Strauss's comment made something occur to you, perhaps? You seem to be thinking something to yourself. Oh, no, it was nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lasses all. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad. Shut up in the dark. It was terrifying, so it was. I see. Yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. Still scared of the dark now. Aye, and I don't know about yourself. But I find that darkness seems to make everything you hear seems that much louder as well. Yeah. I suppose it does. Maybe. Mr. Strad. Did you hear something that night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps? Not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. Oh, but Jabez, there's no need to tell the whole world of Miss Foible's foibles, you little scamp!
Oh, what a pity. If only Mr. Strad had heard something, might have given us a vital new clue.
Yes. What should we make of that last statement of ours? It's profoundly important. My lord, I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important.
Profoundly important? But all she said, it was she heard nothing.
Yes, which is the profoundly important point. I'm more sure of it.
I'm almost sure I don't understand the inner working of your Eastern mind, Council nevertheless. Miss Janara Strad, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating the last statement, please.
What? Supplement? What are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do, but I don't won't work on me.
Oh, that's right, in such a judge. Always a good move.
It was straining my ears to work out what was going on, but all I could hear was snoring. Okay. So it was straining to hear what was happening the entire time, since the moment you hit yourself? Not exactly, no. Sorry, what? Well, there was no one in the cabin to start with. Could just pose a cushion up and have a butt just to see what was what. But then, when I saw this swell getting on, I got my head down so it didn't notice me. And Mr. McGillicuddy sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct? Yeah. Would you Adam and Eve it? Eh? What a mug! So then all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there as soon as I heard him leave, say? He looks very...
Excuse me.
Let me ask you something, Mr. McGillicuddy. Oh, and what would that be, fella? Do you have something to say about that last statement? No, not really. I'm not together happy with what has been said. Kind of easy to ask. Still don't know. Here, have yourself a tip. Do you think I was asking for his general well-being? So when I heard this house bang, nearly jumped out my skin, I did. The scream just came out.
Hold it.
Okay, snoring. Stunning yourself. Actually, no, sorry. Well, there was no one getting to start with. Could just put the cushion up and have a bit just to see what was it. Then, when I saw this swell getting on, got me head down so it didn't notice me. Mr. McGillicuddy sat on the seat in which you were hiding, correct? Yeah, would you Adam and Eve it? Well, Mac, so then all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there as soon as I heard him leave, see? But would he? Not likely. And though we stopped there and there, I never heard the door open. So I just had to stay put and listen to him driving his pig to market, snoring like an old dog. He was... Yeah. Are there any conclusions we can draw from that, I wonder? Doesn't add up. Mr. Strad, what you have just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts.
Huh? At odds? Are you sure, man?
Absolutely. It seems my learned Nipponese friend is not as dull-witted as I feared. So Van Tix realized it too.
In council, must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least.
Yes, my lord.
I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the court. According to Mrs. Strada, while she was hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGildy's snoring. But think, Rinsuke, think. There's something else she would have heard. Show a person. Very well, my lord. Allow me to elaborate. And a particular sound that Mrs. Strad could not have failed to hear on the night in question. The sound very clearly explains the presence of the following person. Mason! Thrice fired Mason.
Take that!
Thrice fired Mason?
Yes, my lord. The sound that Mrs. Strad cannot have failed to hear is that of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus.
Order! Explain your reasoning, counsel.
Mr. Strad, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus, is that correct? Yeah, of course I was. Got on the while the driver was in the pub, didn't I? And the next person to board the omnibus was Mr. McGildy. That I was. That it was. No, that soul was in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least not in plain sight. So we were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at the time. Did I not just say as much? Was traveling with anyone else? If I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean. Yeah, so I saw him get on, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion. It was on his own for sure. And from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time, did you not hear the door opening or closing at all? Nah, never heard it. That's exactly what I was waiting for, weren't it? Waiting for this swell to leave. In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage?
Oh!
We know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Mrs. Stra's statement about what she did or did not hear is at odds with the facts. Yes, disparity thief's statement was clearly flawed.
Oh, Lord Van Siegs.
Yes, he knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Mrs. Stra's statement. It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend. What are you talking about? You have demonstrated matters impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Her words are convenient and truth. Nothing more. She's furiously typing, this woman. Let's go to the pickpocket. Let's not forget that. No! Granny, don't do it! Wow, she didn't even say anything. Oh, I didn't want to judge the dear little mite just before she has some rather naughty ways. Just because she has some rather naughty ways. But I must say, I got the bad liars. Another canard. Mr. Foreman. I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than salubrious ways. But I must say, I cannot abide liars. Goddamn these jurors. Oh, Naruto-san. That's why she remembers leaning toward guilty. Well, your consideration for others is refreshing, my Nipponese friend. With the considerable troubles you have spared me. Yes, very refreshing. Yeah, what are you playing at? Have you forgotten who you're working for? Yes, useless is the Madden. A Madden? This is carnage, it's perfect. Chair number 2 is the only one left. Naruto-san, the way this is going. I know! If you can find some new way to convince everyone of Mr. McGilly's innocence, the judge will rule and would have lost. I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen. But those of us in service know we must accept hard truth.
Hold it!
What? Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. However, if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on this whole case. What are you saying? Counsel? I am sorry, sir. Whatever do you mean?
Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue my adjudication. Explain yourself at once.
When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand.
And yet the victim's body was found inside the carriage.
If this petty thief's word is to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus? I do know that. There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. No! That's not the one I want. Clearly he was in there already from beforehand.
Objection!
Tell me my Lord Van, what was the function of that clearly in your last sentence?
Oh, well said, Lord Van Zeeks. Clearly he's sobering me also.
No. That's really not the point. The point is that the victim must have been in the carriage from beforehand. Then answer me this. By beforehand, to what specific point in time are you referring?
Well, clearly, I shall have to penalize the defense heavily for this irrelevant rambling. I must learn to ramble more relevantly.
The penalty is evidently not heavy enough, judging from those Nipponese eyes, so I ask you again. If these words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus? There's another entrance. If the door wasn't opened even once, the only explanation is that the victim, enter the enclosed cabin some other way.
Objection!
I wondered what the new fantasy you would come up with in your blind panic. But behold, the omnibus is here for all to see. Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door. The other has only windows. Fixed windows, which cannot possibly open. In short, there is no entrance to the cabin other than the door.
Objection!
But there could be. There's one possibility you haven't considered. Oh, really? Yes. One other way inside that isn't the door. Another opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin.
All right, counsel. The defense will identify the location for the court. Here is the omnibus on which the incident occurred. Where on earth is this entrance by which you propose the victim entered the cabin?
It's by the night light.
Take that!
The skylight. The answer is obvious. Can only have been the skylight.
Oh, I say, the skylight?
Objection!
Your ludicrous proposal almost has me lost for words. However,
Objection!
the skylight may well be large enough for someone to pass through.
Objection!
So you claim. But do you have a shred of evidence to support your adult brain theory? Both Mr. McGildy and Mr. Stroud said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor.
Oh, yes, which has already been explained. As the sound of a victim falling from his seat having been assaulted with a dagger.
Yes, it has, but would a man slipping from the seat onto the floor really have made such a loud noise as the witnesses describe? A noise loud enough to cause Mr. Stroud to let out an involuntary cry, in fact.
Oh, good gracious.
Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment that the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it.
Objection!
You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin. That's simply impossible. How can you be so sure? Because if the victim had fallen inside through the skylight, as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. And yet, not one person made mention of such events in their testimony. Well, yes, that's true, but, What? Might a humble fella make a wee comment here?
Mr. McGildy?
To be sure now. The two fellows who were sat on the roof that testified before, said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that is not much a case of them not saying, but it's a case of them being unable to say. What? I think perhaps the two fellas don't do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. Would you not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Oh my goodness, sorry, not. Does to chat the roof? Fiercely typing.
Oh, you mean the ones who stuck that knife in the man where...
Ah!
Oh, just what exactly are you insinuating here, you blitherer?
You rutter! He said, you rutter! What are you insinuating? He's very angry now, this guy.
This is a flaming outrage. I've a good mind to give you a brinker in a minute.
Oh, he'll give you a shinner in a minute, he said, and so would I.
Oh, Mr. Fairplay. You're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman and well-respected banker.
And me, a very angry hatter.
Suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's a disgrace. It's scandalous. I protest in the strongest possible term.
Oh, that's right, I protest too about you, you rotten scoundrel. Where did it come from?
Order! 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 This is not the time, witnesses. I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to anteroom at once. But this is beyond reason, my lord. Oh, it's atrocious. It's very hurtful, you know?
My lord, if I may comment.
Go ahead, Lord Van Zeeks.
It was the defense that incited this outburst from the witnesses. My learned friend has seen fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witnesses without proof. Accuse? I never intended to. It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is wanting. Ah, go fuck yourself, man. I propose to this court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. You have rendered these gentlemen liars. You have intimated their criminal guilt. Intimated. In our British courts of law, that is what is termed a baseless accusation. I know I was rushed to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but you can't just dismiss it without a second thought. What are we wasting time for? Get them to testify! Huh?
I thought there was something fishy about that hat from the moment I laid eyes on the fellow. Ooh, we have seen this matter through now. One way or another. We have to see this matter through now. One way or another.
If there's filth and rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it at once. Testify! What's happening, Miss Naruto-san? The spectators in the public gallery they're in a complete frenzy.
Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First.
My lord?
You will take the stand again and make another form of testimony. In reference to the indictment brought by the defense. Yes, my lord.
I didn't come here for this. There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keep pushing forward. witness testimony. Refuting the accusation.
We were the only two people up on that roof deck. Dead or alive, I can swear to that.
Oh, if anything had happened where we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed?
In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man.
The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it.
If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? Oh, I must say that on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine how other witnesses could have performed a malevolent act on this open roof deck without the other noticing forthwith.
I try to see. Oh, innocent, I tell you. Although logically, of course, the argument falls down in the two of you. If the two of you were in collusion with one another.
What?
Eh? According to investigation by Scotland Yard, the two witnesses share no common dealings. Ah, well, I don't trust coppers anymore. I don't trust the sticking rich. Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy?
I'm concerned for the defense. Over to you. Your cross-examination, please.
Oh, yes, my lord. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm supposed to do. Refuting the accusation. Okay. We weren't the only two people on our roof. Okay. Let's go to that. When nothing had happened where we're thinking, don't you think one or the other would have noticed? Okay. In case neither of us know the first thing about the victim, we had no reason to kill the man. Okay. This gun was shut the entire time, I tell you. We can have opened it. As a matter of fact, you could.
Objection.
Let's just consider them. What? What? No! Oh, come on now. Oh, I could present that. Okay, I have to press everything.
Hold it.
So, at no time did the victim, Mr. Mason, climb up to join you on the roof deck.
Absolutely not, Dickon.
Oh, no question about it, he said. None at all. Oh, but yes, of course. I remember seeing them both. What? I saw the victim inside the enclosed cabin talking with this man here.
Is this true, Mr. Mackintosh?
Oh, dear me, my lord. At the risk of repeating myself, I boarded the omnibus alone and nodded off inside almost immediately.
That's an utter lie. Without doubt, you were engaged in.
Let me stop you there, fellow, and ask, do you have any evidence at all? At all?
Ah.
These are all about evidence in the course these days, so it is. You do well to remember that.
I saw you with my own eyes.
It's going so well.
If anything happened
where we're sitting, don't you think one of the other of us would have noticed?
Hold it.
Well, it wasn't the final run of the omnibus at past 10 o'clock in the evening. It would certainly have been quite dark, perhaps too dark to see clearly.
Is this some kind of a lark?
Is this some kind of a joke, he said? Is that what it is? What this is? Or perhaps one of the other of you fell asleep briefly? Are you fair dinkum, sir? Are you serious, sir? That's what he said. It's impossible, I tell you. I'd give you the keys to the vault if I could fall asleep on that bitter cold. And if you did manage it, your eyelids would freeze shut and you'd never open them again. That's extreme. It was extreme, I tell you, and we had to put up with it because this man had locked the door. Any true gent would have unlocked it, and let me in when I knocked. I'm dreadfully sorry about that, young fella. But you see, I was always with the fairies and I didn't hear you at all. That's a lie. I saw you through the glass. You were talking to someone. Now. It was a cold night, it was, so it was. People do be seeing things that aren't real in the cold. It is hardly surprising. Sing.
I believe we have reached an impasse here on this particular point.
You! Don't take it personally. Now, lad, I'm suspecting this case. Then it is only fair that you and the other fiend are too. Open and free competition is what a capitalist society is all about.
Oh, this isn't a competition. I should like not to be involved in, really.
In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man.
Hold it!
So you had never met Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason before? Oh, no! Not once, never.
He's never met the man before, he said. Never.
And you, Mr. First, had no prior dealing with the victim either?
That's right, sir. Hatters don't have much to do with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir.
No, I imagine not. You see, how many different ways can I put this? Neither of us have the remotest connection to the gentlemen who were inside the cabin. Oh, what's that?
Excuse me.
Mr. McGilded? Oh, yes, Consul. What can I be doing for you? Did the witness' last statement give you pause for thought somehow? Not the remotest connection? Is that right now? I wonder.
What are you insinuating now?
Ah, Mr. Fairplay, it has been too long, so it has.
Hey?
If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe it was approaching. Is it not? Your repayment date.
I beg your pardon?
You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir.
At an unconscionable rate of interest, you tricked me. It's extortion.
Well now, is that a touch of begrudgery? Is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fella to pass his crimes off on another? Oh! And you, young Mr. First.
Oh, me, sir? What do you want with me, sir?
You do be making hats for a living, do you not? That dirt top hat sliding out on your head, is that one of your own creation, is it?
Oh, well, I'm still just an apprentice, you understand? I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door.
The perfect fit, is it? Well, it is a very distinctive design, so is it? So it is.
Oh, many customers like it. I tell you, they like a distinctive touch.
customers such as thrice-fired Mason?
Huh?
There was a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence for, my lord.
This you mean?
I can't help thinking that the poor fellow looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say?
Oh!
That's one of my hats. Aye, that it is. So it would seem the brickmaker was a customer of yours. The sort of customer, I'd wager, you could have had a quarrel with over the distinctiveness of the goods.
Oh no, sir. Oh, absolutely not, sir.
Well, there's really nothing more to add. I wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection to the victims now, you see? I rest my case.
You little weasel. Ah. Oh, he's better at this than I am. Oh, gosh. Mr. McKinnon has certainly been thorough in his research. Hasn't he?
Please, don't let me little interruption hold up the proceeding.
Oh, this guy wasted a lot of time, I tell you.
Okay, so, but we didn't get any, we didn't get any of the, any new evidence.
Hold it!
Are you quite certain about that? The skylight was shut the entire time?
I'm going to lose my block with you in a minute. Oh, he's going to lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what he said. Take a look for yourself. Go on. You see, it's just fast now. It's shut fast now, just like it was a night.
Oh, so it is, of course. That fella of the size of Mr. Mason could likely break right through it to steal and all. What? Just looking at the size of the thing, you understand?
Now you hold on there a minute, sir. The size of the thing means nothing.
Not on its
own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we? Let's stop biting our cane, shall we? I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind loudly. I shook myself with it, as it happens. This is an unexpected confession, Mr. First.
Oh, I just mean to say, well, the point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see? But just my leg, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible. Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. I went as red as rouge. I did.
You expect me to sentence you?
Oh no, sir. The point is, the skylight can't be open. I tried and tried when I was inside the cabin. Of shame. Oh, what's up there? Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Strahd? Mr. Strahd. It opens. The skylight. That is what we're... That is what we're talking about, right? Right? Come on now. All them skylights open that easy. More easily that can load that weapon. Oh, that's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke wind, I... You can't do it from inside, you muck. Oh. Look. A few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck of one of them trucks. And I had a great I had bursts coming out of my ears. Oh, Mr. Strad.
This is not the forum to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities.
Well, anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last block's purse, he got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me so I couldn't up the bus and leg it. So what it was, I used a skylight. I opened the catch and jumped right through. What? Yeah, the catch for them skylights is on the top side. That's why you can't open them from the cabin. The skylight opens from the roof deck.
Bailiff. Climb up onto the roof of the omnibus at once and verify this witness's claims.
Oh, I knew it. I saw that before. Oh, my hat. Say.
Order. So it appears that the street girl's statement is quite true.
I don't believe it. The skylight opens. And from the roof deck. God damn it, I knew that. Oh, Naruto-san. This could be the clue we've been looking for.
Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. So, the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. So the skylight was fastened shut before. Oh, but now the catch has been undone. We should be able to open it. You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Oh yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin. So I'm sure the witness would have been able to see quite clearly. Oh, that's not good for us. Okay, do we have to look inside? Well, let's open the door and go inside. Okay, scene of murder. Oh, okay. Oh, there's blood! What? Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it? Well, enough to kick someone like you through, certainly, Mr. Naruto-san. Why someone like me? Ah! What is it? Look! Just there. Look at this. That's without question. Oh, it's blood. Why would there be a blood in there? Oh, surely. It can't be unrelated to the case, can it? The details of the omnibus have been updated in the court record. There's a blood stain visible on the frame of the skylight when it's open. Where's your proof? Well, here it is.
Objection.
On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach, and immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts, and the irrefutable proof. remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom.
What? That's utter humbug. Ah, you can't possibly have any evidence.
Oh no, you can't. I mean, we didn't do it, I tell you. It's impossible.
Irrefutable proof here in this courtroom.
I mean, the police hasn't done a great job about that, but
Counsel. My lord. I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here. What exactly within the omnibus is this evidence to which you allude? You would point out what it is that proves the victim fell from the roof deck to the skylight.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. Wait, what happened to it? Oh, there it is.
Got it!
Oh, by Jupiter, is that blood?
Ah! This blood stain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open.
What?
And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. Oh my! And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, can't possibly be guilty of this crime.
Oh. No! Order!
Hold it!
But... Hey, you're a bat. But the blood could have sprayed up there when the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin.
And only found its way out to that one particular spot in the skylight? Sure, that would be very convenient.
Ah.
And let's keep it in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But... Oh, you're a but. Well, there's no way to know for certain, is there? The giant really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? It is all too plain, if you say. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fella dropped from a fair height right there, so it is.
What? No.
But it can't be. It's all lies.
Oh, my fellow jury members. I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence. Can we? Can't we?
Oh, I believe we can. Yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom. So, they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they?
Typing furiously. Oh, I won't tolerate any of the killed scarabs being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it.
Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful park couldn't have done such a thing.
On three then, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Objection!
Wait, what? A chilling performance, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, and what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Zeeks?
A blood stain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void.
What? Why?
For one extremely simple reason.
That smear of blood never existed.
Objection!
What are you talking about? It's there for all to see, and it's clearly blood.
Objection!
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute certainty, no such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least, not until this trial began. But
Are you suggesting, Lord Van Six, that the stain of blood was...
fabricated, my lord, yes. And while this court has been in session.
What?
What a palaver. I didn't expect such a crude reasoning for a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Van Six. But I'm Magnus MacGilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contribution to public life. I don't take kindly to surrender, and I'll fight you to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey. Mr. MacGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts. Adapt the facts? What does that even mean? When you wield a fortune like the size of Mr. MacGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir. Tut, Lord Van Dijk. This will not do, to be sure. Will it now, counsel? Oh no. I think it's fair to say, this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood on the skylight didn't exist, you say? But in yours will all cast your minds back. Is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom this entire time? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in it without the warden and his wife seeing? Isn't that right now, counsel? It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time that court has been in session. My learned friend. Huh? Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter. In your own words. As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think... it could have been possible. Sadly. When the smoke hit everyone. Do I say that though? I have to say it because it's the truth. We need the truth. As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, In terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility.
Oh. Oh, good gracious. Explain yourself, Counselor.
Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit.
Deceit.
I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take as a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade. What's going on? Oh, be careful, Naruto-san. Cover your face. Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus!
I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, insert defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom.
The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown in confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus. Are you wise? What are you trying to pull, yeah? You rotten feckless gouger! A feckless gouger? You're supposed to be defending me! There's a wicked plot! There's a plot to undermine me, so it is!
Objection!
Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus.
Inconsistency? Oh, inconsistencies such as...
To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning.
Unfortunately, Lanfantiques, no one is able to corroborate your claims.
Oh, that's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut.
Accordingly, I'm afraid to say, we cannot establish with any certainty, if this evidence is a result of tampering or not.
Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things.
Oh, what do you think?
Sorry, what?
About the omnibus.
Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus? Is there? Deck, okay. People sit all the way up here, between with the night wind, the cold air rushing past them, and they have to pay money to do so. Wow, but I can't imagine how it must feel. How cold it must feel. That just made me think of something horrible. Can you imagine being dragged around the city in the freezing cold as a punishment? Oh, perhaps this is the price you pay to stay out late. Okay. Nothing here. There's definitely seems like a carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Oh yes, there's a lump in the enclosed cabin. So I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly. That's not good for us. Uh-huh. Don't see anything special there. Come on now. Let's open the door, yes. Oh, what's special about it? Is there anything special about it? Crystal Tower. Oh, wait, is the poster on the picture or not? Oh, I can't see. I don't know. God damn it. Is there anything special about the omnibus? I have no idea. Unusual? I have no idea. I don't see anything. I'm honest, I don't remember what I examined when I went in that omnibus. I can't verify this either way. My lord, at this moment in time, can point out one other inconsistency. Wait, what? A mark that surely could have been present at the start of the trial. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial.
What?
Sato-san, what are you doing? I examined the omnibus with you, don't forget. There's something that seems out of place compared to how the carriage looked originally. That's what we need to identify now. Oh. Oh, what in the devils am I going to say now? If you dare to betray me, you little maggots, you better be Silence, my gilded. The cause of ways to different clarifications. Ah. This strike is swinging one way and the other. I have no idea what the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here?
Well, I shall have to ask you to elaborate, Counsel.
It's the blood.
Where exactly is this alleged mark that you claim appeared at some point during the trial?
The blood stain on the ground. Is that it? That's blood, isn't it? Uh-huh. Something wrong? No, it's just, well, this blood stain is what we just saw, and yet Van Six has made no mention of it. So strange, yes.
Got it.
If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight on the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find sign of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this bloodstain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom.
Oh, good lord. Oh, yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel.
Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue. I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine, or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. Oh dear, he's pissed. This trial is over. Mr. McGilded? I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but it is all over now. But you're the defendant. It is over, I tell you.
Oh, man.
Memory, recollection. What people think they saw. It is all nonsense. Facts are what counts. And the fact is that bloodstain is there now.
Well...
And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, that good-for-nothing Reaper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I'm scandalized, so I am. I thought better of Lord Van Six. Well, my lord.
Must concur with the defendant. The uniform recollection of an individual can stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence. And in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous existence, I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue.
Wait, what did he say? In the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous existence? Oh. Your lordship can be serious.
Lord Van Six, what is your position?
The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present.
Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to adjudication. The formality. I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first.
What formality? As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McKinnon would be found not guilty. Yes? Which would mean we've won. Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now? With all these unexplained inconsistencies?
Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please.
Oh dear. Yes, my lord. The defense believes the defendant could be guilty. That's weird, but I think we have to do that. Let's save. Just, just in case. Defendant could be guilty, that's what I believe. I'm here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot in all good conscience attest fully of the I cannot in all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence.
What are you saying, man?
Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent.
Good. Gracious me. Order! Order! This is unprecedented behavior, Counsel. A defense lawyer calling the accused's innocence into question. Are you of sound mind?
Oh, it was a grand decision to appoint as my lawyer. You as my lawyer, so it was a grand decision.
What?
I must say, I didn't quite expect such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Here, have this for your trouble. Ah, your job here is done, fella. And some fine work you've done, so you have.
What do you mean?
It is just as the right honourable gentleman so succinctly put it before. The trial can go any more. And your closing statement there was, how did he put it now? Nothing more than a formality.
What?
What's going on?
Oh, I really don't know what to make of this. Of all this. What evidence was it? Was the evidence genuine? Or was it fake?
Oh, his lordship would be fuming, and the unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said. Are you sticking Richard was guilty of something? You mark my words. Oh, I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us a lovely park.
Now that proceedings have unfolded in this way, I'm compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea.
I thank you kindly, my lord.
I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court. But we still haven't determined if the bloodstain in the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth. Lord Van Dix.
My lord.
The case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place.
Oh, my sincerest apologies, my lord.
But wait.
When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Ziek's ordered the evidence to be secured.
I'm afraid the prosecution can shun responsibility in this matter.
That's so unfair.
The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment. What?
Well, Advanzig, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fellow, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
Oh, didn't tell me that's all been a grand waste of time.
It is the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law. Magnus McGilded. Good grief, you have more to say to me, have you?
Just one thing. A warning. A warning. This is far from over.
Well, something to be looking forward to then. Ah, ha, 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 ha.
I hope I pronounced the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Not guilty. Jeez.
Can't believe it. Just an outrage. You should have examined what are you talking about. The man's been cleared. He's innocent.
This has all been for nothing? Well, with the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time of the day, the judge delivered his verdict. My first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end, with the defendant being found not guilty, ostensibly a victory for us. Was it though? "18th of February, 5:14 p.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber." Oh, that certainly was a long trial. Yes, it was. Your first ever trial in foreign soul. And your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. Doesn't look very happy about that, though. Oh, my heartfelt congratulations. And to you, Sato-san. Thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened. Oh well, we didn't have enough time. But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that. The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection.
Aye, that you did.
Mr. McGilded. Ah, and that girl with him too.
Oh, well, it seems the stories are true.
Oh, what stories?
About the 6 enormous fireworks that they do be letting off when there's a verdict of not guilty. I'm sure yours must have seemed now spectacular, you wouldn't say, wouldn't you say?
Yes, definitely.
I'd heard it was a sight of behold, and to be sure it was.
Have you
To thank, I suppose, for having the opportunity to see it.
I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything.
What on earth are you saying, fella? How did I walk out of there a free man then?
I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning.
You're a straight-talking fella, aren't you? I must say, you had me strained here there once or twice. But you're young and headstrong. That is water under the bridge. Oh, congratulations, Mr. McKilted, on having your name cleared. But nothing is resolved. There's only one thing that matters to me. Oh. Aye. They've all seen that I didn't do that odious and absurd deed. This grant, it is not. I suppose it is. Now the fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take matters in their hands and sort out any wee details. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I've certainly faith in them, so I have. After all, I do be providing a good number of the wages with all the taxes I pay. Wahahaha. It's not that funny. So then, as we agreed beforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubled fella. Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that much. Alright, be whist. You're the humble people, are you? You from the east? Well, if you insist. But have this. Still and all, you deserve the reward. Mr. Magnus McGilded. Everything is ready, sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom. Into the courtroom? What's this, officer? It is sooner than I was led to believe. I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There wasn't changes to the schedule. Well, must be making tracks now. What? It is time for the inspection. Sorry, what? What inspection? We're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for myself. They're going to inspect it. They're going to examine it again? Now? And naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any of this matter now. But as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help where I can. It is a gentleman's duty, so it is. Okay. So then, very well. It was not such a pleasure meeting us. I hope you have a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain. And there he goes. A free man. Oh, I forgot she was here too. No. Don't move. Well, I would say, get a move on. It really does take forever to load the thing. Mr. Strad, would you mind putting that thing down? You're a grown-up. Sorry, what? And I hate all grown-ups. Oh, there you are. What? I'm not running off like that. Is this some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now? I'm taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to trying one of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ah. Oh, do you want to play? You won't beat me. Excuse me, but who are you? Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine. The inventor? Well, no one smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? While white, and more white. If you have to be shrouded in smoke, it could at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself. Do we have to be shrouded in smoke, though, at all? Oh, I just took my eyes off for a moment whilst I was changing into a different omnibus. And she pinched it. I just took my eyes off it for a moment whilst I was changing into a different omnibus and she pinched it. Wait, what? Luckily I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon. What is... what? I have no idea what this girl is talking about. Anyway, you're coming with me now, back to my laboratory.
What? What for?
To apologize, of course, silly, to my technician.
What? You mean say sorry?
You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before. An adult? Huh. I don't listen to adults. Come along then, follow me. Oh, fine. Right your way. Oh good, you see, I knew you want to do the right thing in the end. I'm pretty sure that she wants... What she wants is not to get shot by that massive gun of yours. I will be leaving now then, bye bye. I'm so sorry for the fuss. What? What was that? She was a lovely one. Oh, well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way to now too? Oh yes, you're right, but where to? Oh! We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London that we had to rush here. All our travelling cases are still in with the bailiff. I was originally planning to spend today in search of a lodging. But at this late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck. Oh. But don't worry though, I have a plan. If the worst comes to the worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night. Oh, please tell me you're not thinking of Mad Gilded Park. I know it may be a little chilly at this time of year, but our usefulness will see us through. I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter in London might freeze a young person solid, just as easily as an elderly one. Oh dear, that doesn't sound agreeable. Oh, but don't cry now. Oh no, I was starting to regret turning Mr. McGiddy down. That 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room or mansion. And so, the trial to examine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of the first trial. Wait, well, I'm quite tired. The trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaver at the Bailey had warned, the case was far from over. What's going on? Exactly my point.
Bring water, quick! What the? How did this happen?
I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed.
No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating.
There's someone in there.
No. Oh, good God. There's someone in there.
Wait, Santa is a judge? Oh dear. Oh well, god damn it. That was something. Whew. It's interesting what they've done with this game, because they really had to change the formula, because in the first game it's always the same, but here there's a lot of diversity in what's happening. It's quite interesting. Alright then, well, thanks for being here. Not sure when I'm going to continue that. But you'll see soon enough. In any case, in the meantime, please take care, stay safe. I hope to see you soon. Bye.